the show this evening. What are we doing tonight? Munich Augsburg with ES64U2. And then what are we doing? We're going to do something a bit different. So, I've had a number of people... Yes, okay, Mick. Here we go. Starting again. Welcome to the show, everybody. So I've had a number of people ask about what's going on with my controller. Stuff's not happening. Hang on a minute. I'll be with you in a minute, folks. That's there. Is the rail driver working? No. Ugh, it's going to be one of them days. It's going to be one of them days. Doesn't matter what I do to prepare. Nothing works. No, nothing works. Alright. Let me just stop and restart this controller app. That means the map will die. Oh dear. Right. No, now I'm minimizing the wrong windows. Alright. I guess the controller's not working tonight. I don't quite know. It was working this morning. I tried it out this afternoon. It was working fine. Never mind. So, yes, we are doing Munich Augsburg with the ES64U2, which is what we're doing right now. It feels really weird using the keyboard. This feels really weird. Don't need that one. Let's at least do that one. No, that's what I wanted. Okay. Yes, so, yes, after this one, we're going to do something a bit different. So we're going to do, I've had a number of requests, or people in the past have said, oh, it'd be really good if you could do train spotting in the game. And I'm thinking, that's either something that's just amazing, untapped glory, or... Oh, I see. What's this going on? No, I didn't put the brakes on. Stop arguing. Ah, no, the rail driver just woke up. Right. Now we have rail driver greatness. So, yes, so people are saying, yeah, it would be really good if you could do train spotting in the game. And of course you can do train spotting in the game. So I've got a scenario which was done by Joe the Fish, which is a train spotting on the Dawlish coast, and we'll give that a try. I mean, there's not an awful lot to do. We'll be sitting watching trains, but you know what? I like sitting and watching trains, so I predict I'm probably going to quite enjoy it. But we'll see what what everyone else thinks, and if there's a general interest in seeing what people can do, then maybe we can make it feature as a bit more regular thing. Not lots of them, but just an occasional one. So yeah, when we're doing it, or when we've done it, I'll be definitely interested to see whether or not you'd like to see more of that kind of thing. Okay, after that little bit of excitement, Moggy wants a beach chair for train spotting. Yes, welcome back to Steve, who is suffering with internet problems at the moment, and still continuing to suffer with internet problems, but seems to be braving the storm and managing to watch the stream, which is good news. X-Shooter, we're not doing FSX today, Sunday, Friday. So if you look on the schedule spreadsheet, you'll see I've got Friday planned out for the next load of the next session of FSX, and in fact on Facebook I have just sent out a link to a new flight plan for Friday's flight. Yes, everyone is welcome to come along. It's about 350 nautical miles, take about 2.5 hours, and we will see how we get on. Right, where's our next station? Mering, 13 kilometres. Little bit of overspeeding there. Keep forgetting this one takes a little bit of time just to bring the tractive effort needle down. Lonely Developer says, do you need both for both of the files? No. If you're using Plan G, then you might want to have the Plan G file. If you're not using Plan G, or in any case, there is the FSX flight plan, so you can just go ahead and load the FSX flight plan in, and then you can see it on the FSX map. I'd recommend Plan G though, personally, especially if you've got a second screen, because Plan G is awesome, and it'll keep track of what you're doing, so you can see where you are, which just makes it a bit easier to sort of plan your runway landings and things like that. Oops, 200. I'd be gabbling and not watching what he's doing. Or learn to program the GPS yourself. Yes, you can indeed. The flight plan, I think, will program that for you. But at least you'll need to. You're at least doing that. You'll know where we are. Joseph Falls, how long is the Dawlish scenario? It's 40 minutes, 40. And we shall see whether people think that's too long, not long enough, don't want it at all in the slightest anyway. We can find out what people think. But yes, for those that want to join in on the flight on Friday, as I say, you're more than welcome. Details on Facebook for how to actually, what we're going to be doing. Yeah, we'll see what we do. Where is the map? Ah, good question. I restarted the software and the map didn't come back up automatically because it doesn't do that. There we go. There you go, there's the map. I do apologise. Map, we're getting back into the 140. I do hope I haven't passed anything red. No one's going crazy. Yes, this is the Taurus, Trains of Holland. Or at least it's the ES64U2. I'm told not to call it a Taurus because it's not in DB livery, or sorry, in OBB livery. Joint DK says, is it true that Dovetail Games bought a license to develop further on Flight Simulator? So Dovetail are building their own flight simulator based on Microsoft Flight Sim technology. They're not extending Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's Microsoft product. Technically, I'm not Steve number 3, apparently. Surely I'm the original not Steve. Surely I am the original, not Steve. I demand to be the original, not Steve. Oh dear. Right. What are we at? 7 kilometres to go. Joseph Falls says I am the original. Absolutely. Actually, I think Steve is the original, not Matt. You know, to be honest. Just saw that flashing green indicator. Got 80 kilometres at this coming up to this approaching signal. Namfkex and NS Brinks, thank you for the follows, much appreciated. Why recently am I doing a lot of this loco? Because it's requested. Basically, people rate their requests on the Steam group, and I then run the scenarios that I see, and there's been quite a few of the 64. Hey, Train Lover 978, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Matt is the original Mr. Overspeed, and Steve is Mr. Looks like him but is not Matt. And all the rest is Mr. is not Steve. Okay. Joseph Falls, have I done an SC60M scenario? No, someone else has actually said that on Facebook or something. So I've actually added, I found 3 or 4 SD40M scenarios, and I've added them to the list. and they'll be coming up at some point. If you keep an eye on the schedule, you'll see them coming. I think I've got one coming up neither this week or next week. Train and NS, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Getting ganged up on by the Dutch community by the looks of it. You're more than welcome, folks. You're more than welcome. GeForce, when is my article on rail driver going up on engine driver? I have no idea. It's waiting on other stuff. And when I have news, I shall let you know. Lonely developers apologising for wiping out mine and Moorman's planes at the end of the FSX stream. We probably shouldn't have stopped and done our photo shoot in the middle of the runway, to be fair. Koploppermau says he was streaming just before I started and he sent them all here, so I guess they all followed you. Ah, nice one. Thank you, Koploppermau. Thank you to everybody else. Welcome. Jack Sims, who needs Dutch DLC anyway? I think you're going to get lynched. You can't say things like that. Two kilometres for Mering. Train simmer, why am I ignoring you? I didn't see anything from you. I'm trying to drive the train as well, so ask the question again. I'll try not to miss it this time. Oops, okay. Went from wondering whether I was going to get that stop to, oh, okay, we stopped too fast. Coming into Mering. Ooh, bit of a wobble over that junction there. Train simmer says I missed it again. Yeah, everyone keeps typing the what's on today and it basically empties the screen. Hang on a minute. Right, that makes it a little bit more room. Toby Train Spotting. You'd seen over the weekend there's a new add-on pack for West Coast Main Line based on Trent Valley. Am I likely to get it? Yes, absolutely. It's an official Steam one, so I shall definitely get it. It's very good. Very, very good. And Train Simmer got the Commuter Europe pack. ICE3 for the win. Absolutely. Where are Dutch people from? The Netherlands. Olching, 18 kilometers. Gun it. Do I think Holland is the same as the Netherlands? I haven't a clue. My geography is renowned for being quite poor, it has to be said. I'm doing a world tour on Flight Sim. I suspect I should be going around in circles. 120. Oh, 160 coming up. Can someone please remix Matt saying, "Gun it! Gun it!" Where is Singapore? It's, I don't know, down over by, it's south of India, isn't it? Southeast of India. It's on that cluster of islands that gets you basically from India to Australia. Right, 160. Gun it! Whoops. Watching the chat, not watching my speed. What was the longest DLC project from Dovetail beside? I've no idea. Off the top of my head, I haven't a clue. Right. "12 kilometres. Trainer, why is the map following the rear instead of the front?" Unfortunately, that's just where the latitude, longitude that are exported from the game work out to be, unfortunately. Not a lot you can do about it, to be honest. Oops, that one. Fringe Starling, will there be a preview stream of Trent Value? There will. I have no idea when it is. Is there any way of connecting your laptop to a flat screen TV? If it has an HDMI port, yes. If it doesn't, probably. Britannica, where do we drop the GPS files? Do you mean the flight plans? I don't actually know. I think there's a flight plan folder in the FSX folder. But otherwise, now if you Google where do I put flight plans, and then tell me, because I don't know where to put them at the moment either. Can someone paste the link to the schedule spreadsheet for Moricom, please? Why doesn't DSTS do more than detail and making of videos? I don't know, actually. I always enjoyed watching those. And being part of them as well. When will DTGJ be on a preview? I have no idea. Not up to me, my friend. Not up to me. I'm just there to do as I'm told. Is the plan fly IFR or VFR? VFR. And probably not even anything that... I mean, it's a daytime flight. Wow. Slow down quite hard here. So it's a daytime flight, so... and it's nice and easy, it's over the ground. We're following the coastline, so it's quite easy. PZB's going to trip any second now. There we go. Didn't get it slowed down fast enough. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. Right, here we go. Improper horn use. 3 kilometers to our next station. Cheers, Training. Thanks for joining us this evening. Hope to see you again. Fringe Starling, do I organise the spreadsheet? Yes, I do. Why? When will I change the screenshots? Right, so we're using a new slideshow plugin that I've written for OBS because I don't think the other one was actually showing all the screenshots. So I'm going to give this one another week or so, and then we're going to put the new screenshots in. I just want to give all the ones that are there, make sure they've all had a fair time to be on the screen, and then there's a new bunch that will have to go in for the next lot. But at least I know this time they're all going to get shown. We won't keep seeing the same screenshot over and over again like we do at the moment. Next station is Mulching, which is the next one. Lonely Developer, that PZB emergency brake application basically was because I went through an advance warning of a reduction in speed. I acknowledged it correctly and then put the brake on. However, the train, I was going too fast, which meant that once I actually, the train wasn't actually able to slow down. It's got to get down to 85 kilometers an hour within a set time, I think it is, or distance, and I hadn't done. I was no way I was going to be able to do that. So once the clock or the distance ticks over, then all the brakes will get kicked on. So I kind of knew that was happening. Fringe Starlin, if you drop me a message with what you'd like me to do, and I will see what I can do. Right. Yeah, this train is stopping at some strange stations, isn't it? I'm enjoying the drive. Let's have a look at the map. Where are we going? Olching, Lockhausen, and then Munich. The nice thing about creating your own scenarios is you can do whatever you like. It would be probably quite fun to drive this one on the high-speed line and actually use it as a high-speed loco. As Cherry was just asking if that'd be good to drive like that. Olching, 8.7 kilometres. Frony, can I show you the outside? I certainly can show you the outside of the route. Of the route? Of the train. What we got going on here? Green light. What's the fastest loco I've ever driven? Well, this is the fastest loco, isn't it? I'm sure someone said this is the fastest loco. Britannica, yes, it is a coastal flight. So we're going over to Manston, and then we're going to go down through past the Dover 4, and then follow the coastline through past Worthing, cross over to the Isle of Wight, sorry, 2 airports at the Isle of Wight, go via, and then carry on and follow the coast towards Penzance, to a place called St. Just. Right, now we're under the 80 kilometers an hour, so no stress. Yeah, Phil put the Isle of Man seed in my head, yeah, really. Schlick, how does the flight plan system work? I'm not entirely sure how it works in Flight Simulator, if I'm honest. I've never used that before. I'm using a thing called Plan G, which is a free download, to actually do the planning, and then you run it alongside the game and you get real-time map following, which is really, really good. I could definitely recommend you giving Plan G a shot. Come on, it's 120. Speed up! Cherry says this loco looks like a bathtub which is upside down. You're not right. You're not far wrong. Oops. We drop of speeding. Is my fridge running? Yes, my fridge is running. I shall go after and catch up with it later on. It generally can't run too far. Right. Right, coming into Olching. What over first, Shinkansen or TGV? Oh, that's a tough call, but I'm probably going to go with Shinkansen. Series 500 is definitely a nice train. I'll have a look at that one. The other one I like is the what do they call it? The TGV 500 or something? The world record train. Oh, the TGV 150, that's it, the TGV 150. Right, stopped at Olching, or will be stopped at Olching. Having the light panel up here makes it a bit easier to be outside because I can see when the CIFA's on, which is very handy. Cheers, my old man. Thanks for popping in this evening. Oh, another ICE train over there. Lockhausen, 6.6 kilometers. Lockhausen, I guess. Speedy little guy wants a Union Pacific AC 4400 CW. If I got to make a route that is already on Steam, what would it be? Why would I make a route that's already on Steam? I'm confused. $120. Oh, out of the routes that are already on Steam, if they didn't exist on Steam, what would I make? Somerset and Dorset. I think that needs a redo anyway. Lovely, lovely route, but it needs the modern treatment. In reality, probably something very, very short and very, very easy, and they'll probably still make only half a job of it. Victor says the Ruhr Sieg line also needs a redo. I think in an ideal world all routes you'd go back to them and give them a bit more love and attention, but reality says that no one will actually pay for the update, which means that you can't afford to spend the time doing it. Right. Lockhausen. What did Dovetail do for the Donna Pass update? Basically rebuilt the route from scratch. I mean, there wasn't quite, but there was so much worked on it, it may as well have been rebuilt from scratch. Master Daniel, did DTG plan on doing any fictional routes or real life routes? I don't know what the future holds, but I would say fictional routes are probably unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. Not up to me, so... Right. On our way to Munich, 12 kilometers. Is it Forest Trail fictional? 50-50. The track is real, the terrain is real, the scenery is fictional. But that wasn't a DTG add-on, that was a third party. There are a couple of people asking about Dutch add-ons. Apparently people want Dutch add-ons. I might be misunderstanding that though. Have I ever been in a Tesla? No, my son would love to have a ride in a Tesla. He's a massive fan in Tesla. Steam trains, is there any update concerning West Coast Main Line North? I'm not aware of anything. It's an old route, and if there's not an update by now, I doubt there will be an update by now. Coplobber has just clarified that apparently there are some Dutch people that would like Dutch content. Finch-Stallion, do you think West Coast Main Line North and over Shap should get away in makeover with the new scenery from West Coast Main Line Trent Valley? And like I said, in an ideal world, every route would get updated to be brought up to the newest standards and the newest assets. I mean, practically speaking, it's just not going to happen because no one wants to pay for the update, and therefore it doesn't get done. Right. How does one collaborate on route building? Well, internally Dovetail use a thing called Perforce, but you can use something like Subversion or something like that. Should do the job, I would think. And you just have to basically agree particular areas. It's more about coordination and agreement. So only one person can work on the track, anything related to the track, and then once around here, and then you can basically agree different tiles that each of you can work on, because tiles are all stored in their own individual files. So if sort of one of you works at one end of the route and the other one works at the different end of the route, then you just keep committing the changes as you go, and the other person updates to get their version of the route updated, and yeah, it all works fine. But the minute two people start trying to edit the same route, same tile, that's when things go really wrong. Yeah, Darkness Monsters just made a great comment there. We've got very little in the way of German scenarios to play because they're not being recommended. So if you've got any German scenarios that you'd like to see, or you've written, then you'd like to see, then drop a note on the Steam group, or send a note to Dark or myself so we can update the schedule Matt directly, and we'll try and do that, because we're desperately trying to get some more German content on the stream, but at the moment I've only got 2 German scenarios to run next week, I think. Which is not good. Has to be Steam content though, of course, Jack Sims. Franz Stalin, do we need a Hamburg-Hanover? Ooh, a Hamburg-Hanover scenario from French Stalin, yes! Yes, yes, yes. I like that idea a lot. Lonely developer, as that happens in DDG build routes, they assign specific persons to build specific tile areas. Yes. There's a great big pile of tiles that need working on, and basically people are assigned a tile, they work on it, or they're assigned a group of tiles, I think, and then they work on that group of tiles, and eventually they get new tiles assigned to them. Did I call you Frank Stalin? Well, I didn't intend to, but sometimes my mouth just does its own thing. At least that's what I claim when I start talking inappropriately. Couple of them out. Essentially, you should always build routes in order, which means you get the terrain, you do the track, you do the signals, and then you start on the scenery. You want to get away from the track database as quickly as you can, ideally. What are tiles? Tiles are this. I think they're 1 kilometre or 2 kilometre squares on the route. Nearly coming into Munich, 3.7 kilometres. Trying to keep an eye on the chat and keep a vague eye on the signals, and that's why I'm not running at line speed. It is very hard doing a route independently. Lonely. Very, very hard. Green yellow coming up, readiness for a 60. Cheers Trains of Holland, thanks for joining this evening, good to see you, and I hope to see you again soon. Slow down for the 60. Oh, okay. When it said 60, it meant 40. Okay. Oh, of course, that signal is a 40 limit, isn't it? Dope. Joseph, what order do you recommend building a route? Well, I'm the wrong person to be recommending anything. However, my understanding is it's terrain, tracks, signals, scenery. Coming into platform 24. Slowing down for the 30. Steam Train says there's a lot of Dutch locos and not much in the way of well, there's nothing in the way of proper payware routes for Dutch content. And yeah, quite right. I mean, when I was looking after third-party stuff, I actually spent quite a bit of time trying to talk to Dutch developers to see if I could get them to be involved in doing a third-party Dutch route on Steam, and I got absolutely nowhere. Nowhere at all. S-Grave, should you always do a route you have good knowledge of? That's really up to you. You may find that if you do a route, if you can get the research, then you can get a good knowledge of the route. It also depends on what you want to achieve out of that route. I mean, if you just want to create the track, and then sort of make everything else up, then you don't need a good knowledge of the route. So it really is down to what you want to achieve. If you want to achieve absolute accuracy, then you either need a lot of research or you need to know the route well. Yay, we finished. That was good. Right, so I didn't tell anybody who that was. Dear oh dear. That was, where's my list? Taurus Augsburg Munich, and it was by Brie Fararton. Brifraartn. Yes, on the Munich Augsburg route. Can we drive the BR111 once? By all means, recommend a scenario. I'd love to drive the BR111. Recommend a scenario. I have done that a few times, but I'm more than happy to do some more. Oh, in fact, Victor says he's making a scenario with the BR111. There we go. Spot on. Right. Right, what are we doing now? Ah, it's train spotting time. It's time to sort of relax and chill out and... Oh, we're down to 78 screenshots left. 77. Hopefully it'll finish all the screenshots, and this way, we'll do this week. We'll hopefully get through the whole lot every day.